Hello everyone, I am Kayla, the maker and creator behind Crochet by Kayla, and today I'm going to show you 2 easy and simple ways to make this adorable scrunchie. First, I'll be showing you all how I make them personally for my craft fairs and orders, and then I'll be showing you how I make them that's a bit simpler that I teach at workshops. All you're going to need for this tutorial is a 5mm crochet hook, a hair tie. I usually end up using black hair ties for my scrunchies, just because I don't want to give my customers a wonky colored hair tie underneath their scrunchie. And also some velvet yarn. You can also use normal yarn, but I find that velvet yarn looks best with the scrunchies. You can get this exact yarn at the Dollar Tree. It is Premier Yarns Just Chanel. It's only $1.25, so I think it's worth it. It's pretty good. So let's get on with the tutorial. So to start, you are going to take your yarn and you're going to be making a slip knot. So in order to make a slip knot, you are going to cross your yarn, stick your fingers through the hole, and grab the long end that is attached to your yarn. So you'll have a big old loop. Just make sure you pull it tight, but not too tight. You're going to take your hook. Whatever your dominant hand is, you're going to hold it in. Place the loop on your hook and tighten it, making sure that it is not too tight and it still slides, but it isn't huge. So, for this tutorial is the harder way. It's really not that hard. It's just one more row, but if you have been to one of my workshops, you are going to want to skip to the next part of the tutorial where I show how I make the scrunchie in white using the way I teach in my little kids workshops. So I'm going to hold my yarn how I normally hold my yarn. I'm going to put the hair tie over my yarn. I'm going to, from back to front, yarn over, slide my hair tie off the hook so I have 2 loops, yarn over back to front, pull through both loops. It's a bit difficult when you're looking through the camera. And then I am going to continue doing that for 34 more stitches. So insert my hook into the hair tie, yarn over back to front, slide my hair tie off the hook, back to front, pull through 2 loops. Do it again. Insert my hook in the hair tie, yarn over, back to front, pull through, back to front. You can also, some people tend to do it like this, where they yarn from front to back, but I usually don't. Sometimes, because it does feel a little more natural to me, I do front to back and back to front, but you can do it either way. So I am going to speed this up while I do the rest. Okay, so while I crocheted along, I did have to scrunch my stitches together so you'd have more room. If it gets really difficult to scrunch and you're a looser crocheter and you can only fit 30, that is fine. It really doesn't matter exactly how many you can fit. I just find that 35 is the best for me and ends up covering my whole entire hair tie. And if it doesn't cover your whole hair tie, you can kind of just scrunch it around. So now I'm going to find my first stitch and I'm going to stick my hook into it and yarn over, pull through both loops. That is a slip stitch. I'm going to chain 2, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through, to yarn over, and we are going to be putting 2 double crochets into each of these stitches. Your stitches look like V's if you're a beginner and you did not know that. So yarn over, insert my hook in the stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through, 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and that is a double crochet. Now in the same space, I'm going to do it again. Yarn over, insert my hook and stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. And I'll demonstrate that for one more increased stitch. Yarn over, insert hook, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Yarn over, insert my hook and stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So I will be right back when I am done. Okay, so I have double crocheted twice in each stitch all the way around. So now I'm going to insert my hook into the top of the first stitch, yarn over, pull through the stitch and the loop on my hook. Going to yarn over, pull through to chain, then cut my yarn with a bit of a tail, pull it through, pull it tight, and I am almost done. All I have left to do is sew in my 2 ends. So you're going to need to take a tapestry needle. If you don't have one, you can use your hook to pull your ends through. But I just grab it and I pull it under a few stitches. And then I carefully cut it down, making sure to avoid cutting my stitches. And I'll be back once I sew the other end. Okay, so now what I usually do is I just kind of spread it out a little bit and make the frills a little even because they're like crowded right there and then they're nice and spread out and then there's not a frill. So I kind of just shape it a little bit. And you are done with your scrunchie. And do be aware, if you get the dollar store velvet yarn, it definitely does shed. I have so much fuzz that has shedded off camera, but it is still great yarn. It's super, super cheap. So that is the first way to do your scrunchies. On to the next. Okay, so now I have my white yarn and I'll be showing you the way I teach how to make these scrunchies at workshops. This velvet yarn is on the thinner side and it is the Yarn Bay Velvety Smooth Aran in white. It is not the normal velvet, so it is thinner. But it still works, but I would recommend a thicker yarn. So I'm going to do my slip knot by taking my yarn. I'm going to cross it like this, stick my fingers into the loop, and I'm going to grab the long part of the yarn that is attached to my ball of yarn, pull it, then grab, pull tight, then I will be sticking my hook through the loop and pulling tight, making sure to let it still move, but it is pretty tight, so it's not just gonna fall off. So what you're gonna do first is you are gonna yarn over from back to front, stick your hair tie on the loop, got a little extra fuzz on my hair tie. So you have 3 loops, your slip knot, yarn over, and then your hair tie. You're gonna yarn over, back to front again, pull off your hair tie, and it should stay. Then I'm going to yarn over, back to front, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, back to front, pull through 2 loops. Do it again, yarn over, back to front, stick my hook in my loop, making sure to cross it behind my yarn, because if I put my yarn in front of my hair tie and put this behind, it's not gonna work. My yarn here isn't gonna stay and it's not gonna loop and hold onto my hair tie the right way. And I'm also not going to go backwards like that. I'm gonna make sure I put it in front of my yarn this way and here. Not twisting it, just putting it on normally, because when you do the double crochet like this and do this tutorial, it is easy to twist. Then I'm going to yarn over back to front, pull my hair tie off, making sure to keep this yarn nice and tight, and then yarn over back to front, pull through the middle 2 loops, yarn over back to front, pull through 2. I'll show one more time. Yarn over back to front, pull my hair tie through, yarn over back to front, pull my hair tie through, yarn over back to front, pull through the middle 2, yarn over, pull through the middle 2. And I will be back when I'm almost done. Also, I almost forgot. Make sure while you're going around, you're scrunching it up. I plan on doing 50 stitches. You don't have to count. You can just do it until it is full and it is nice and frilly, like this one, how it has all the little frills. Or you can do it so it's flatter, but I like the frilled look better. So as you can see, I'm about to run out of space, but I want my scrunchie to be fuller. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my hair tie, just going to push my stitches back, and then now it is being nice and frilly. I don't know if that is like the correct term, but we're just going to go with it. And I'm going to continue double crocheting here till this fills up, and then I'm going to push it back again, just getting it to the fullness that I like. I'll be back when I am done. Okay, so I have completely filled up my whole entire scrunchie, so I'm going to find my first stitch, insert my hook into that stitch, yarn over, and pull through 2 loops. Then I'm going to make a chain, yarn over, pull through, cut my yarn, leaving a bit of a tail. Then I'm going to pull it through, tighten it, and now I'm going to tuck in my ends. You can either use a tapestry needle or you can tuck them in with your crochet hook. I'll be back when they're all tucked in. It is done. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Now to the outro. I hope you all enjoyed this video, and I hope you found it very helpful. Now you can make so many adorable scrunchies, and make sure you go down below to find the free pattern on my Instagram for the first version of the scrunchie. The other I do not have a free pattern for, but you can always refer back to this video. And I hope to see you all soon. Bye!